Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. Frazee Family Foods. What a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar. Perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and we're here in beautiful Frazee, Minnesota at the Cornerstone Project with Tracy Newser.
Hi, Hank.
Hi, Tracy.
Thank you for coming today.
You bet. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
And so you've got something that the kids are up to here with the summer project.
We sure do. Can I tell you a little bit about it?
You bet.
Okay, so this summer, Cornerstone launched its first programming, and we got our first real live group of kids to start meeting together, and they're what I call my youth steering team. Mm-hmm. So all summer long, I've been telling these kids that they're my boss, right? Mm-hmm. Zoe and Liam, you're my boss this summer, right? So what they've done is they have been planning a Summer Survivor Kindness is Cool challenge. And they have finished their planning and they're ready to launch it. And they're here to tell you about that today.
All right. And so what is your name?
My name is Zoe Rosu.
Okay. And so tell me a little bit about this project.
So it's about just spreading kindness in the world. And so there's going to be challenges every week that, like, kind challenges that kids do. And you'll get points. And then at the end of every week, we will do a $10 drawing, and you'll get $10 if you win the drawing.
Well, that's kind of interesting. Now, Zoe, and so what are some of these projects? Do you have any, can you give me an example?
So one would be like putting 10 hearts on 10 different cars, or painting rocks and putting it at someone's house and stuff like that.
All right. And you, sir? Slide over here. You can come here and there you go. And your name is?
Liam Ham.
Hi, Liam. And so what do you have here that you're holding?
Boxes for people to put their kind of like attendance or something, point sheets in.
Okay, and so how do you get points on a point sheet?
You do the challenges and then you get a certain amount of points. It depends on the challenge, though.
So, how many of you kids are involved in this? Any idea?
There's about 6 kids on the plant. There's 6 kids on the steering team, but this challenge is for any kid in the Frazee community. And there's 2 sets of challenges. There's 4 weeks of challenges, different challenges each week for the kids 11 and up. And then there'll be 2 weeks of challenges for the kids 10 and under.
What about us older kids?
Gosh, Hank, we're going to have to work you in next summer.
All right. I'll try to stay alive until then. Anyway.
Don't hesitate to be kind in the meantime. Right?
Oh, all right. So the main thing is to do like it says on your box there. What does it say?
Kindness is cool.
You bet. And it sure is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Zoe, now, so the points sheets there, how do you know how many points you get?
So with each challenge, there's a certain amount of points, and we'll tell you what points every week that we come out with new challenges.
Okay. And this starts when?
Do you remember the date, Zoe? She has this memorized.
July 25th.
Wow. That's Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Boy. So everything is just kind of happening here. Everything's percolating to the surface, and I'm really proud of you kids to do things like this. Anything to make the world a better place. Yep. Any final comments, young sir?
No, not really.
Zoe?
Oh.
Tracy?
Well, I have a lot of comments, but the one thing that I would like to say mostly is that besides this wonderful challenge that we decided on because kindness is cool, and that pandemic isolated us a little bit, so we want to get back out there in the community and let folks know that kids are here and we want to engage and be involved. But besides that, working with this little group of kids has been the funnest work I've ever done, Hank. I can't believe how fun I've had working with them.
So now, if other kids that want to get involved, how do they get a hold of you?
So we put out a bunch of notices this spring for kids to get involved with this. So as we're growing and people start to know what we're doing, I'm hoping that they start responding to the invites and they start coming around, because right now Cornerstone was only on paper, right? We were waiting for this building. We hadn't done anything. So we're open to kids getting involved with us in whatever ways that they can. And so I think that these kids are setting a trend. And as we do more and more things, I think more and more kids will get involved. So always watch our Facebook, go to our website. My information's on there. People are inboxing us now wanting to get involved, so we're ready for it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you people being on the program, and I wish you the best with your projects. And I think this is great. Kindness is cool. We need this.
Hank, can I say one more thing?
Yes, you may.
So every week, watch our Facebook page and our website on Sundays, so that each week when the kids put out that week's challenges, that's where you're going to find them. That's where you're going to find the how many points you get for each one. And we'll have boxes at certain places in town with paper copies of point sheets, so that if you don't like online stuff, you can still do it the good old-fashioned way.
All right. Thank you. And so look for this stuff, people. You know, kindness is cool. Let's keep this going. And we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ledke. I'm still here in front of the Cornerstone Project, but with a totally different person dealing with a totally different thing. Clay Nagel. Hi, Clay.
Hey, Hank. Good to see you.
You bet, sir. And so you've got something going on with wrestling camp.
We have our 20th annual Shorty wrestling camp here at Frazee, and it's named after Scott Shorty Schermerhorn. 20 years ago, we changed that. He passed away in an accident, and so we started a camp, and we started out originally as building funds for his two sons to go to college. And both of them have moved on to college now, so we've changed it up, and now we're going through community ed, and they're helping us run it. And all the funds go directly back to our wrestling team. We keep the costs down for the kids through sponsors. We have Jeff Zitzel is sponsoring us this year. Tori Sonnenberg sponsors us, and Eric Crabtree. So they pay for our clinicians, and then we can keep our costs down to $15 for the older group, and then $10 for the young group, which basically just pays for their T-shirts. So and it's a great camp. We've got some great clinicians coming.
So when does this start?
It starts August 2nd, and then it runs August 2nd, starting at 6 p.m., runs till 9 p.m. for the older kids. The younger kids is about an hour, so 6 to 7, 7:30. And then that's Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. And each night we have a different clinician that comes and shows technique.
So if they want to go to this camp, how do they get a hold of you?
They go to community education on their community ed website, and it'll have Kitty's got everything all set up. They can register online. It's and she's so organized, does a great job. But they can register then, and if they don't register, then we have on-site registration also that we can take care of the kids that didn't get registered beforehand. So.
Well, you know, this is a tremendous thing. You know, Frazee has been known, even when I was a kid, as a wrestling powerhouse in the area.
It is. It's a tradition here. We've got generational wrestlers here, their dads, their grandpas, uncles, cousins, and we're involved in wrestling. So it's we're trying to keep that tradition going and offer opportunities for kids to get better and challenging. We have what's called Ironman competition for the kids to challenge themselves a little bit, because wrestling's a mentally tough sport, and so we try to put some things out there to challenge them mentally too. And you know, kids like that. They like to have obstacles to attain goals.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it's the mental part of it is a major thing. You have to be psyched. You have to be aware of your opponent and be thinking 3, 4, 5 moves ahead.
Exactly, and it's wrestling's not it's not where you throw a ball out or a football and you play catch and wrestling's, you're trying to beat each other each practice, so it's sometimes not very fun, but yet for the right individuals it's very challenging, and when you put hard work in and you succeed individually, it's a pretty rewarding experience. So I think wrestling really provides that, as well as team competition too. They can experience both.
Well, and it's a great basis for future as you go through life. It helps you with problem solving.
Oh, I think any extracurricular activities do that. You learn self-control, you self-sacrifice, and put in the time, and all those things can help you later on in life to attain goals.
Well, and you talk about generational, some of your sons went here.
Yeah, they did. That was a great place. We moved here 32 years ago, and both my sons and my daughter both graduated from Frazee, and Travis and Matt were both in wrestling, and we're just involved with some great families and great friendships here that they've attained, and in the education they got here at Frazee. It's just we have a lot of opportunities, and we're glad that wrestling can be the thing that we promote here in our sport.
Well, it's really nice to have you on the program, Clay.
You too. Thanks a lot, Hank.
And so you want your shorties to go to this camp, look on the Frazee High School community website and get registered and get your kids involved in this, because it'll be great for them to learn different things from different people from different areas, and the camaraderie is tremendous. So, as we always say, pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbor. Next person you wave at could be your next best friend. And we'll see you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.